What's up, everybody? It's Thanksgiving week. I'm recording this on Wednesday afternoons, Thanksgiving being tomorrow. I'm in the holiday spirit right now. I have 7 undefeated college football trends for you guys for this week. These trends are a combined 67-0. Before I get to the first one, though, as a reminder, please never make a bet based on any single trend. If you're using trends as part of your handicapping process, I recommend that you weigh out what you feel are the relevant trends for each game and weigh them out to see if they weigh out more heavily on one side or the other. For this first trend, and guys, this is game number 219 in the rotation that I'm going to be talking about here as we look at UAB. And I'm going to apologize now that I haven't done this to this point this season. I don't know why I haven't. I thought of it a few times, and then when I do this, I just forgot to do it. So my apologies. I hope this helps having the rotation numbers here. I do have to delete it, though, so that I can run the query, but I just wanted to put it up there so you know which game, because there's so many college games, which games I'm referencing. So game number 219 here, we're looking at UAB, and we're going back to last season when they are coming off a win. So previous game was a win. We'll hit the SDQL button, and you can see that they are, despite being an average favorite of about -2, -2.5, they're only 2-7 straight up, losing by 9 2/3 points per game. 0-9 against the spread, losing to the spread by an average of 12 points per game. And this is active on Saturday when UAB visits North Texas. So let's go to trend number 2. And guys, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell for notifications so that you'll be notified immediately when I drop one of these trends reports on this channel. Now we're going to be looking at Temple, which is game number 173. We're going to look at Temple. We're going to go back to October 2nd of 2021 when they are at home, and their opponent's completion percentage is greater than or equal to 58. So this is basically what completion percentage Temple's defense is allowing, because it's their opponent's average, or actually this is their opponent's average. So this is what their opponent is allowing, not Temple. Their opponent's average allow a completion percentage allowed greater than or equal to 58. We'll hit the SDQL button, and you'll see that the over-under is 8-0. 8 overs, no unders. These games went over by an average of exactly 13 points per game. You'll also notice in the right-hand column, there are no overtime games, so this is a legit margin of 13 points per game to the over, and it's active on Friday when Temple hosts Memphis. So let's go to trend number 3. And for trend number 3, we're going to look at Florida Atlantic. And this is game number 189 in the rotation. We're going to go back to the 2021 season when Florida Atlantic held their previous opponent to 100 or fewer rushing yards. So previous opponent rushing yards less than or equal to 100. And we'll hit the SDQL button. And you'll see that despite, again, a line of about a pick'em to -1 on average, they're just 1-8 straight up, losing by about 12.2 points per game. 0-9 against the spread, losing to the spread by about 12.9 points per game on average. And this is active on Saturday when Florida Atlantic visits Rice. So let's move into the 4th trend for this video. And guys, if you haven't already, I would really appreciate you hitting the thumbs up to like this video. For this next one, we are going to look at Middle Tennessee. And this is game number 183 in the rotation. We're going to go back to last season and look at Middle Tennessee when they are coming off a win. So previous game was a win. and that is a straight up win. If this was an against the spread win, it would say previous ATSW for against the spread win, but we're just looking at a straight up win here for Middle Tennessee going back to last season. And you can see that the over-under is a perfect 10-0 to the over. 10 overs, no unders. These games went over by 10.35 points per game on average. You can see there are no overtime games in this set if you look at the right-hand column. So this is a legit margin, a double-digit margin. Love that. And this is active on Saturday when Middle Tennessee visits Sam Houston State. Let's go to trend number 5 of the 7. And guys, if you have any trends that you want me to look up for this weekend's football games, NFL or college, drop them in the comments. If you have any trends you found that are active for these games, drop those in the comments as well. We'd all love to see those. For this next trend, we're going to look at Louisville. This is game number 147 in the rotation. We're going back to last season when they play on a Saturday and they are at home. Pretty simple, right? Going back to last season, Louisville playing on a Saturday at home. Hit the SDQL button, and you can see that Louisville is a perfect 9-0 straight up and against the spread, winning straight up by 23 2/3 points per game, covering the spread by about 18.5 points per game. And you can see that this is active on Saturday when Louisville hosts Kentucky. So let's go to trend number 6. And guys, before I get to trend number 6, I do want to let you know I'm having a great NFL season. I've cashed 68% of my NFL plays this season, plus 35.3 units. Head on over to dbbets.com. Grab a NFL package from me right now if you haven't already. If you're watching this on Wednesday, I've got an NBA best bet going tonight that's backed by a 22-1, 96% angle. I've got 2 college basketball totals going tonight. I'm number 1 all-time at WagerTalk in profit on first half college hoops totals, and I've got 2 of those going tonight. We have WagerTalk has a Thanksgiving special going, as you can see right here. You can get a 7-day all-access pass, which would give you every play I release in the NFL, college football, NBA, and college basketball for a full 7 days for just $69. It works out to less than $10 a day. Or, like I said, if you want an NFL package, because I'm having such a great NFL season, you can scroll down to long-term and seasonal passes, and then right below that where it says football, you just click on the drop-down box, select the package that you want. And if we go back to the top of the page here, under my hot streaks, I am on a perfect 7-0 streak on 5% football max bets. 5% is the highest rating I give on any play. I have cashed 7 straight 5% football max bets. 2 Sundays ago, it was the 49ers crushing the Jaguars 34-3. Last Sunday, it was the Bills crushing the Jets 32-6. Can't wait to see how we do this weekend, as I have 2 5% football max bets planned. So I'm going to be looking to run this streak to 9-0. So you might want to get on board either through that 7-day all-access special or through a rest of the season NFL or college football package over at my page at dbbets.com. Let's go back to the database now, and let's check out this next trend where we are going to look at Florida. And this is game number 153 in the rotation. And we're going to go back to September 24th of last year. And we're going to look at them when they're playing against opponents that average 250 or more passing yards per game. So opponents average passing yards greater than or equal to 250. So these are teams that are pretty good at passing the football. We'll hit the SDQL button. And you can see that the over-under is a perfect 10-0, 10 overs, no unders. These games went over by basically 2 touchdowns per game. Got to love that margin. Look in the right-hand column. Once again, there are no overtime games in this set, so that is a legit 2 touchdowns per game margin over the total. And it's active Saturday when Florida hosts Florida State. And you got to love these trends. The best trends are the ones that make I feel good handicapping sense. And it would only make sense that if Florida's playing a team that's good at passing the ball, there's going to be more points scored. So you should be looking towards the over. This trend right here confirms that, and it confirms it in a big way. So again, it's active on Saturday when Florida hosts Florida State. So let's wrap this up with our bonus trend here, trend number 7. And for this 7th and final trend, we are going to look at Mississippi State. This is actually the lone Thanksgiving college football game. So I got a trend on here for you. We're going to go back to the 2021 season. And again, this is game number 111 in the rotation. So Mississippi State going back to 2021, when they are going against an opponent that averages 250 or more passing yards per game. We just saw this exact same parameter in the previous trend. And the line for this game is greater than -10, which basically means either they're an underdog, a pick'em, or they're favored by -9.5 or less. So they're not a favorite of -10 or more. We'll hit the SDQL button. And it's not going to work because I forgot to take game 111 off of there. I knew I was going to do that on one of these. Let's try that again. There we go. You can see that Mississippi State is 0-12 against the spread, losing to the spread by nearly 11 points per game on average. And this is active on Thursday when Mississippi State takes on Ole Miss. That, guys, is going to do it for the college football trend report for this week. Again, if you have any trends you want me to look up or situational stuff you want me to look up for this weekend's games, drop them in the comments. If you have any that you found yourself, drop those in the comments as well. And as always, don't forget to head over to dbbets.com. My 7-0 5% football streak on the line probably twice this weekend. You don't want to miss that. Thanksgiving 7-day all access special. You don't want to miss that. Get on board there. And as always, best of luck on all of your wagers today.